What is up, creators, and welcome back, kind of, but welcome to podcasts. So, I've done podcasts in the past, and you guys know there's been a lot of things going on. Life has been lifing, the business has been going great. We've added some new things, took some things away, had to put some folks in legal check, but we're going to get into that here in a minute. But it's been a while since I have been back on this podcasting, and let me tell you, I really kind of miss it. And I know you guys are like, where you been? Where you been? I took a social media break slash hiatus because I was, drum roll please, moving. So I moved from my parents' house into my own home. So that literally took a month and a half to get that done. And I was like, you know what? I want to fully focus on just moving my things and my family. So poof, be gone. I was off of social media for about a month. Now, I did go live here and there just to show the progress of me moving. I was still posting content on TikTok about how empty my office was getting. And it was definitely an experience that took a lot of energy. It was an emotional experience. It was a physically tiring experience. So from there, I took a month break. But in that month break, it allowed me to really think on things I wanted to come back and really hit strong on, and really wanted to enhance just to make the business a little bit better and make my overall life a little bit better now that I have other obligations to tend to also. So I'm like, look, I'm happy to be back. I'm glad you guys missed me. So I know we were talking, before we did the move, we were talking about switching over to YouTube. The YouTube switch is still going to happen. I just don't know when. But for right now, I've been posting all of my content on both TikTok and on YouTube. And I've been doing my live streams on TikTok right now for the moment. I plan on getting back to doing YouTube lives here pretty soon. I just don't know when. I'm waiting for some more equipment to kind of come in so we can make it a little bit better now that we have a bigger office space. I'm trying to work on rearranging the office to make it more suitable for my needs now that we've been here for a couple of months. I've worked out the first layout, and it's like, you know what? I don't think I'm utilizing the space properly. So my mom's going to be helping me really utilize the space so I can get the maximum potential out of my new office, which is twice the size of the office that I left from my parents' house. So we've been doing a lot of things. So recently, one thing we did start up in our business is a Makerspace Academy. So I have had followers ask, beg, stalk, just really hound me on a mentorship program. So, and I was like, well, I show and teach a lot of things on live stream. It would be kind of weird to do a mentorship program when I already show and talk about so much already in my streams. And I was like, you know what? Let's sit down and make this happen. So I created Makerspace Academy probably about a couple of years ago, and I really just sat on it. So I was like, okay, Lord, I have this idea. You put it there. You have the drive. But he was like, not yet. So I sat on it for a couple of years, building up the brand, building up the colors, building up the foundation, the scripture, the structure, the slogan, what we are going to be all about, and trying to figure out what platform I wanted to use. And I'm glad I waited, because the platform that I wanted to go with, come to find out, I don't think it was really the platform I needed to go with. So I'm glad that I waited and was obedient in that one and moved when God told me to move, because it allowed me to save a lot of time with doing that. So what Makerspace Academy is, it's a 6-month long crafting program, mentorship program for those that are either a small business or thinking about turning their craft into a small business. And we cover a lot of different foundational things that I wish I would have took the time in learning myself before starting an LLC. So I'm doing the majority of the teaching I will be teaching you on business management. We're going to be talking about how to manage your money, social media crafts course, Canva 101, public speaking. We're going to be talking about how to deal with unruly customers, email responses, negative comments on social media, live streaming, doing vendor events. We're talking about a lot of things that normally new business owners in the excitement don't really think about. So I'm there to help kind of guide you along to make sure that you're staying focused, you have goals, you're driven, and you don't make things too hard for yourself. That's pretty much what the mentorship program is about. I handle that program solely in Discord, but we do our classes in Google Meet and I record them. All of the workbooks, the digital workbooks I created in Canva. So I provide all of the books for you except for one, which is the money management book. You will have to purchase that one on Amazon, but everything else is provided for you. We do have special guests and we do have 2 Bible courses. This is a Christian-based mentorship. For those of you that didn't know, it's a Christian-based mentorship program. So we do have 2 Bible classes, Faith Over Fear, which is taught by my dad, Minister Kimberly Harris, and Prayer and Warfare, which is taught by my mother, Minister Cynthia Harris. And then my husband is a guest speaker, Professor Malcolm Hall. He teaches the public speaking and the electronics course of the mentorship program, how to take care of your laptops, getting different plugs and making sure you have your outlets right, and surge protectors, and when to replace cords and replace printers, and when to do your maintenance. So he talks a lot about electronics, since electronics changes so much. It changes every 6 to 8 months, sometimes a year, because we all know in the crafting community, one day something is hot and the next month we're on to something else. So having those classes and those courses set up is really essential. And like I said, it's through Discord and it's a monthly subscription for 6 months. But when you complete the 6 months, you have a certificate that I mailed to you that you can hang on your wall. So it's definitely, it's a ride. We got done with our first semester and I'm really kind of sad. And the students are like, do we have to go? But when you finish the first semester of Makerspace Academy, excuse me, you have the option to come back as an alumni or half the price. So, but we set up the process a lot different this time. We actually have an application. You have to actually apply to attend this academy. We have acceptance letters, we have rejection letters, we have welcome packets digitally. And so I really wanted to make sure I set this up. We redid the website for it. It is absolutely phenomenal. So if you want to check out that website, I will make sure I link it down below this podcast if you want to go and check it out. So that's been one of the newer things we've been doing. And then also, I know we did it before I went on break, but we reintroduced rhinestone template tumblers. So I used to pre-press tumblers for the rhinestone templates, but it got real sticky. Customers got a little antsy and got a little bit too bold, so I stopped doing it. And then I recently added it back right before we did our move, and business has been booming. We have paid off Buddy, which is my Epson Sheer Color F570, which is a $3,000 printer. We paid Buddy off in less than 3 months when I added that back to the website. And it's still one of the most popular things that people purchase from the website now. And then on top of that, we created another product that went along with that. We created the Attack on Bling bundle, which is a permanent Google Drive access to all of our rhinestone templates, past, present, and also for the future. And it includes the 3-ounce mini hogs, the 16-ounce glass libbies, the 40-ounce simple modern, and the 20-ounce tumbler in SS10, SS16, and SS20. You will have permanent access to all of those rhinestone templates in the color charts forever. Okay. And there's 2 different licensings that you can purchase. You can do a personal license, which allows you to press the tumblers for yourself and sell the tumbler completely blinged out and finished. But if you have a sublimation printer, paper, and ink, you might want to go with the business license option, which is a little bit more, but I promise you it's well worth it. And with the business license, you are able to sell transfers, water slides, printable vinyl, and pre-pressed tumblers ready to bling to your customers. So just a couple of new things we've been adding to the website and adding to the business. It's really been, it's came a long way. We changed the way our website looks. So our website has completely changed. We've gotten rid of some services that we were no longer offering, that weren't selling. And then we added some newer things. We added more digital products, more business services. So we've been on the move as of late. We've been doing a lot of things. We've been doing some rebranding a little bit. The logo has slightly changed. So it's been busy. It's been a break, but it's also been busy at the same time. And I'm just so glad that we were able to have that month of moving and rethinking and replanning and rebranding and redoing. And it's just been an amazing walk with God during that break, because he's been leading me every step of the way. Now, with all that being said, we've ran into some issues along the way. Now, you guys know I'm a very nice and giving person, but sometimes you gotta flip a few tables. So we recently ran into our first major halt. So I had a customer that purchased an item from my website, and when she received it, I got an email saying, well, can you remove the watermark because it's too dark? I can't see the template behind it. Now, we all know all of my templates come with a watermark, and it's always light enough to where you can see the template behind it. I don't know why she's tripping, but I'll let her talk. We'll let her make it for a little bit. I went to go check out the template that she bought. It was Isabel's baby. There was no problems with it. You can see the colors behind it. So I promptly and professionally responded with no, pretty much. Watermarks are there to protect the creator. They're not to be removed. They're not to be tampered with, so on and so forth. And then she told me, okay, I understand. Then I get a message during my break, ding, from Facebook. And she was like, isn't this your template? I said, here we go. I knew it. I knew eventually it was going to happen to me. So the same customer that purchased that Isabel's baby, she's a part of a Facebook group. And I will not disclose the Facebook group, but she is part of a Facebook. I don't remember what it was called anyway. It was part of a Facebook group that had 41,000 members in this Facebook group. And she proceeded to post my template in the group, asking someone to either remove my watermark or to lighten my watermark. I was gobsmacked. The audacity, the disrespect, just the utter slap in the face that was so disheartening. And the reason why I even knew was because the person on Facebook that messaged me, she watched me create that during a TikTok live stream. She said, I recognized the logo, but I watched you make that on stream. So that's why I knew it was yours. And this is why I always harp on watermarks. Watermarks are so important. And this is why you need these. It's to protect you for when things like this happen. Now, are people innovative? Yes. This is the first time this has happened to me? No. It's just the first time for me talking about it? Yes. So it makes it a little bit more difficult for people to steal your work, but it doesn't make it impossible for people to steal it. You know what I'm saying? So never feel bad when you watermark your videos, when you watermark your templates, when you watermark your ebooks. Watermark everything you create, because in this day and age, baby, it's 2025, people steal. And it's not the people that don't know you, it's the people that know you the best. Those are the ones that will surprise you. So when that happened, I really upped the ante. So now instead of doing one watermark, I do 2 watermarks. So we have really been making sure we protect everything that we do, because listen, I work extremely hard for all of my stuff to let anyone come in and steal it and use it for their own. So, but with all that being said, we did add one more thing. If you're in the Discord, Let's Talk Crafts, I will also link the Discord down below as well. It's a crafting community where we all come together and encourage each other to spend money, but we encourage each other. We have fun. We play games, but we have a separate section for subscribers. If you are not a Discord subscriber in the Let's Talk Crafts channel, you may want to reconsider because I offer a lot of goodies in there for only $5 a month. Extremely cheap and affordable. So we do Procreate templates, blank rhinestone templates, AI prompts, AI images. We offer a lot of things in that subscriber only section. So definitely some things to think about. It's been a long time coming. This year has been a year of hard work and we're halfway through it. The new house is lovely. I'm loving being a homeowner again. I love the mopping. I love the sweeping. I love the vacuuming. Something to call your own is always great. And I'm going to tell you this and then I'm going to go. I got to get ready to go to work. So last year in December, I said, God, one of my plans for next year, and I even prayed this in January. I said, my goal for this year is to be a homeowner. I said, but when I become a homeowner, I want you to do it to when we are ready and when we can handle the sudden change. God said, oh, you want it next month? And that's exactly when it happened. Like in March, we were packing things up. Like my parents had looked at a house, they bought it, and I came and looked at it and I was like, this is my house. And my mom was like, you know what's crazy? I just told your dad this is a perfect house for you. This has y'all written all over it. So we were in the process of packing things up. They were finalizing all the paperwork. So that took about another month. But come that, January, February, March, April timeframe, we were packing up and moving in. And I did post a few videos on YouTube talking about different things that we were still waiting on. But we are officially fully moved in. Everything is moved over here. We've been here for about a month or so, a couple months, and we have been loving it. It has just been awesome. God is truly amazing. He is faithful. We are thankful. And I cannot wait to see what else he has installed for OCM. So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing more of these podcasts. In the next episode, we're going to be talking about craft to cash series. We're going to talk about some crafts that you can turn into actually making money, possibly making more money from home than your 9 to 5. But if you want to be there for that one, make sure you like and subscribe and tune in. And don't forget to check out all of our other social media and check out the websites that I will have listed below this podcast. So until next time, creators, I will see you guys next time. Bye.